pushes for Drake setup like you talk about, then he can set up on the Drake. Bertle!
Hey.
Oh, man. That's a trade of flashes.
Nice flash from Bertle, though. Yeah. Is the Wukong, though. That's really difficult to get on. Canyon has to flash away as Faker just going into the brush is going to take a huge amount of damage from just the Heimerdinger. As the rest of his team is coming in, Faker does not have teleport, but he could potentially jump into this fight.
And meanwhile, Bertle is getting value topside. He's getting plates. He might get the whole turret, and you could trade second Drake for this. Okay, I thought there was the plates were covered. I was like, how many did he get? No, he's only caught in the one. He's been sitting under turret most of this game, but still gets a lot of value here. Topside will force a teleport.
Cloud Soul.
Cloud Soul.
It's perfect.
Of course. Got an angle here.
Oh, this is going to be a nice Poppy ult. Yep, it's going to knock away the enemy jungler as Owner is now out of this fight. And the choke is controlled entirely by the Heimerdinger. Nobody can get in here. That is the Rift Herald to the side of Damwon.
Really nice.
Will pick it up.
Dinger and the Yasuo obviously right now makes this look a lot easier, but this is really just a Canyon highlight play. They don't know where he is. He has the Hex Flash, goes over.
He's falling it the entire time.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to see what I can get. Goes over there, gets a double knockup, has a choke point controlled. There's the grenade. Look at the damage on the Faker. And that's just a guaranteed Herald for them. Get out.
Yeah, he's calling for the to begin starting up. You see that T1 is hanging around here. As Canyon, nope, he's got a buckler.
It's really funny how... Okay, hold that thought. There's the vision coming through.
I think you're good. I think...
Zeus wants to get an R-bar.
Still available. The healing there from the Senna. DK group up once again as a team. Duck Dom getting a nice amount of poke here onto Zeus. Controlling that brush very nicely.
Yeah. And choke point goes over to Damwon now, and turret value in longer exchanges like this, you know? T1 are going to have to group up a little bit more closely here. The poke is real. Even Comet poke coming through when we're doing this little damage. Adds up, I guess, with Leandri's. Damwon are like, I'm going to control this, but I will not ever start it. That would be a silly thing.
This is insane. I mean, come on. All right, Owner's in the pit. He's gotten in the back here. He should have been spotted. He will now.
Oh,
if he wasn't.
No.
Yeah. Owner's clone now in the pit. They're going to try to pull this out once again. No vision here for T1 as a enlarged Zap will go in there.
No Narbar. He can't engage.
Oh, no hit away from the Poppy. We might actually have it. Yes, the steal comes out from Owner. As now he's looking to get over the wall. And nobody will fight.
Duck Dom's like, get out of there, Canyon. We're not allowed to kill any champions. We have to break the record.
24 minutes now. No. Showmaker is really huge right now. As Guma, never mind. They're going to stop me from that as he flashes away and gets over the wall. And that is the power of Zeriyumi, as now Showmaker is huge, like I was saying. Trying to get into that backline, but he can't do it alone. Even the wind wall is going to be put up there to try to save him. The engage a little bit overzealous from the side of DK, and they're going to lose 2 of their members as T1 now could look at this Baron.
Yeah, there's a lot of turrets set up here to defend the turret push, but they won't be able to come over here and wrestle away Baron control. They can zone Bertle out, or rather Faker out, but this is T1 just saying, this belongs to me. Duck Dom doesn't have ult here. Bertle does.
They do have an Azir.
Turret's leapfrogging in.
He has an Asher's Tooth. And a crown, which is now gone. Faker just going to get in there and say, no, we're just engaging on you. Big Emperor's Divide from Bertle, but very desperate at this point. Kellen desperately trying to do damage himself. Will actually take out Owner, and the turrets are getting huge value as Duck Dom just runs away, but eventually the Senna goes down, but they did not need this
pocket here, but this is the moment where you realize why these two teams don't want to fight. You fight, you pay for it. As Guma is like, I'm sorry. What? You guys thought you could go on top of me? Look at how fast I am. Look at me go over the wall, and Showmaker's fed. Well, there's just not enough damage to actually lock the Zeri down. Too much peeling in this composition for T1. Showmaker's forced away, and this buys a lot of time for the mid turret to go down and allows Damwon to kind of slowly rotate over here. They leapfrog these turrets forward. And look at Duck Dom as they chase. He gets taunted. Stopwatches here. The Azir ult is a little bit disjointed in the fight, but he's like, I stopwatch. Buying a lot of time, buying a lot of time.
Another turret. Yep. Waddles away.
Yep. Don't chase me. Don't chase the Heimerdinger. And
Showmaker just elects to take that damage.
I mean, both these teams are so tested in this final game. This is a crazy game.
It is actually still pretty close, even with the Zeri in this position. Could definitely just have another Zeri montage, highlight reel, as the crown is broken. Zay's looking for the Zerelius is in, and he knocks him into the wall. Bertle is just 100-0'd immediately before the fight even truly breaks out. No more Azir.
Beautifully played from him, even with the Emperor's Divide, and T1 will take this whole point here of the Drake. Now, Damwon Kia not able to contest this. Duckdom will do a little bit of damage to passerbys. Could they try to trade it for Baron? I don't think so. T1 have vision here. They don't have a fast enough group up, and with the mid push coming through, the turret
stacks right now for the Senna. It's not really that much, actually, for 31 minutes into the game.
This is so well played from Zayas. He's got the speed up from Yuumi, and even with the Emperor's Divide, gets 100-0, like you said, on the Azir.
It's not like we're playing Yasuo, Diana, Lee Sin, Senna, you know? As we're just going to press our buttons, Bertle has to flash just like that. As they do go in, yeah, a nice amount of poke damage, but again, the Yasuo's not going to be unlocked. There's a bit of poke damage, but is it effective from Duckdom? Not really.
Okay, but they get the setup here on Baron. Choke point control. Where are those turrets?
Not a lot of vision here for T1 as they move in. Stun going to land on the Zeus. He is not in Mega at the moment.
Turrets go down so fast here, too, even from Faker's Q.
Okay, Showmaker pretty powerful, but he's just going to have to flash away himself. Still get taunted at the end of this as Canyon is not going to have the knockaway, and it's going to be Yuumi who comes in and steals it. Are you kidding me? As Damwon Kia will not be able to go home with the Baron.
Damwon Kia just one more. Showmaker flashes the Galio taunt here from Faker, which is beautiful, and he's able to escape, and now T1 are on the other side here. He gets taunted, but he's alone. There's no follow-up. And look at this Yuumi steal. It's crazy. Just barely 269, and he takes it. Smite a little bit early here from Canyon, who's extremely low. Has to smite to survive and make sure that he at least gets a smite off in this fight. They don't have enough.
Seems like a little bit too little too late at this point in time. Can the Azir even get in range? I think the answer to that is absolutely no.
There's the Poppy ult. The Baron is being taken. T1 are just like, I have all the vision, you guys can't approach. Elder's not for 230. Guess what the timer on Baron is? 230 going to come in through here, and that's going to be them having cryo for Elder. Look at the timing of this. It's just so great for them.
Baron's free. I mean, Damwon Kia knew this was happening. They know they can't get into the pit right now. They're just not going to do it. They're just going to hold up the wall and say, do not come through into our base.
Bertle and crew are just going to say, Baron's for 3. You're going to have the extra buffer of time for that Elder Drake. But we have to somehow just defend this and hope we don't lose any inhibs. You're putting all your hopes
on. I don't think that's going to happen. I think T1, they're just going to, they have so many ways. They have so many front lines too. Like their comp is very well balanced. They have so many ways to poke as well. So DK, at the end of the day, I mean, they're essentially saying, we are going to fight on the Nexus and only the Nexus. Because Elder Drake is kind of a dream for them right now, unless they have to run through, you know, I mean, I guess I should say they did set up some vision around the Drake. So maybe that will be their last stand instead.
I mean, the problem is, like, T1 will just be able to kite this back, and I don't see any world where Damwon Kia can consistently protect all 3 of their inhibitors. They have a lot of wave clear. So maybe it does happen. Your TP coming through from Faker, and I mean, they lost 1. I meant to say the other 2 that are left. I think they're going to have at least 2 inhibs down here.
There's a ping onto the ward behind T1, but I don't...
I mean, who flanks? Who flanks?
Showmaker, but like I don't think that's going to really do anything at this point.
I'm going to turn on him and kill him probably.
Yeah.
And they could just... Literally, T1 could take their hands off the keyboard and sit on Baron for 45, or on Elder for 45 seconds. If Damwon Kia show up, they put their hands back on. If they don't show up, they take Elder and push to win the game. Like, that's the kind of state we're in right now.
All right. Well, Wits End's completed here for Guma.
Yeah.
No more boots.
Who needs those?
Boots.
He
He's
doesn't need
so
those.
fast anyway. Like,
he
doesn't need to be that fast.
He has Cloud Soul.
Cloud Soul and PD and Yuumi and everything. Like, it's just... Shouldn't have built boots in the first place. Okay, now Zeus is kind of... Oh, no, they just backed away. You know, if 5 people were there, maybe you could try to burst down the Meganar, but... Yeah, it doesn't even look like DK want to fight over this Elder Drake.
I mean, well, what do they do if they don't fight over it? They eventually just lose the game. They're like hoping to take a fight on Nexus turrets.
Maybe they'll, okay. Well, it does have a lot of health.
I'm not optimistic for their chances here, but they're trying to force it.
Forgive me for, not really believing this, but let's see. I mean, they've gotten in as Kellen basically dies. He's basically not in the fight. He's going to try to heal this one up as Faker's just pushing mid. He is going to join his team eventually, as now we do have the Zeri. Take a look at Guma on the top side. They're not able to get this. It is the Azero picks it up, but who cares? The Zeri lives! And 5 members of T1 will live as well, and that's going to do it. T1 are going to the Summer LCK Finals.
It was Damwon Kia who prevented the reverse sweep from KT Rolster, but they will have their reverse sweep prevented by T1 here in this 5th and final game. T1, they built a draft that's around the Zeri Yuumi. They draft more standard here, and they prevent the reverse sweep. Calm and collected under high pressure here in the 5th game against top Azir, and the Heimerdinger that Duckdom pulls out in the final game. Hands off the keyboard, high fives across the board in the final moment.
Keria is like, he can't believe it. Vega was like, I wanted to backdoor, guy. Why did you fight? Yeah.